This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events.
Evan, did you feel the urgency that this team really needed a win today after their 3 straight losses to Bakersfield?
I'm always trying to win out there. I knew they were having a little rough stretch. Just talking and meeting the guys, coming in that situation, only 1 run up. Just trying to limit the damage and get us out of there and give us a chance to win.
Newcomer Evan Bell's save helps snap the Yardbirds' 3-game skid. Hdsr collects but 5 hits in the win. The 6'8" Evan Bell with the 8th inning single, his first hit since college ball at Indiana over 4 years ago.
Evan, which was more important, notching up the save or knocking their pitcher out?
It just felt real good to get back in the dish again. It's pretty cool. There's no DH in this league because I haven't hit since early college, and it's so much fun being out there, and I'm just glad I could get solid contact and knock that guy out.
Evan Bell's base hit sent Aiden Brook to third, from where he would score on Derek Reddy's too-hot-to-handle grounder that eats up shortstop Ramon Valdez. The insurance run very welcome, especially since High Desert had lost late-inning leads in Bakersfield in their 2 previous games, decisions the train robbers stole from the Yardbirds. High Desert scores 5 runs in the third, the first 2 when Colton Draney trots home on a pitch to the backstop, and Anthony Ward catches the train robbers taking a Sunday afternoon nap. He sneaks home on the same play. Hector Morales' fly ball to right is deep enough to enable Derek Reddy to advance to third. Slayton Vaughn follows with his 7th run driven in of the year, and the Yardbirds take a 3-2 lead. Hector Morales, the lone Yardbird with a multiple hit game, drives in Slayton Vaughn with his team-high 10th RBI, and the Yardbirds have taken a 5-2 lead. High Desert's 6th run comes in the 4th on Daniel Gardner's bases-loaded walk. Starter Colton Draney. The Santa Ana Winds whipping his jersey. For Colton Draney strikes out 8 in his 6-inning stint. That gives him 24 strikeouts on the year in 17 innings. Colton Draney earns his 2nd win without a loss. The highly kinetic Joy Macaluso strikes out the side in the 7th. High Desert's victory keeps the Yardbirds tied atop the Pecos League Pacific Division, tied with Monterey. High Desert hosts those Amberjacks on Tuesday, their next home game. Schedule note, the Yardbirds' 4 remaining Sunday home games will all have a 2 o'clock start time.
Midway's action highlights and soundbites, brought to you by Midway Home Solutions. Midway features a huge selection of kitchen appliances, home and laundry appliances, electronics, furniture, and mattresses. Midway Home Solutions. Daniel Enciso powers a pair of homers and drives in 8 runs in High Desert's 17-12 win over Monterey, a victory keeping the Yardbirds atop the Pecos League Pacific Division standings. The 22-year-old College Station, Texas slugger hits High Desert's first home field back-to-back in consecutive at-bats homers in franchise history, and they come in back-to-back innings. His first home run driven out over the Bounce Realty sign in center field. The 3-run blast scores Danny Kerr and Hector Morales ahead of him. The Yardbirds had won the night earlier 8-1 at Wasco. Hector Morales a 3-hit, 2 RBI game there. The Yardbirds' 2-hole hitter hits one far enough to drive in Anthony Ward with the sac fly to Amberjack's counterpart center fielder. A pair of RBIs this night for Daniel Farr, the 25-year-old center fielder from Las Vegas. Daniel Farr brings a .321 batting average into High Desert's next home game, having collected 1 hit in the next night's win at Wasco. Daniel Gardner drives in Dylan Farr with the first run of the game. The Yardbirds score in each of the first 6 innings, mounting an unsurmountable 13-8 lead in the process. Danny Kerr lofts a ground rule double down the left field line, driving in Slayton Vaughn. The 23-year-old catcher from Macomb, Michigan, collects 2 more hits, driving in a run in the team's 2-1 victory the next night in Wasco. Daniel Enciso's hugely productive night includes this ground rule double over the left center field wall. His 8 RBIs moves him into the team lead with 12 runs driven in. Daniel Enciso actually hits the ball over the fence 4 times this game, 3 times with ground rule doubles, this one driving in Danny Kerr. Daniel Enciso is hitting .321, 6 of his 11 hits for extra bases. His hitting score 46, second highest on the team. Amberjack's left fielder Ben Jaland is unable to run down Hector Morella's deep drive to center. It one-hops the wall and goes for a ground rule double for the Yardbirds' 22-year-old shortstop. Hector Morales goes on to score on Daniel Enciso's first home run of the night. How clutch is this power blast? It comes on an 0-2 pitch with 2 outs, and the 2-run shot is needed to pull the Yardbirds even, after Monterey had led 5-2. The first manager of the High Desert Mavericks, Bruce Bochy, was asked, "What is the biggest hit in baseball?" And the future Hall of Fame manager told me, "The base hit with a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Daniel Enciso's home run, a big hit." It is Slayton Vaughn's big hit, the 2-out double to the wall in the 4th, that puts High Desert ahead to stay. The 6'8" cleanup hitter, the 24-year-old first baseman from Fort Worth, Texas, his 9th run driven in on the year. Another biggest hit, the opposite field ground rule double off the bat of Danny Kerr, and High Desert goes up by 2. This precedes Daniel Enciso's second opposite field home run in the Yardbirds' 5-run 4th. High Desert pounds Amberjacks pitching for 23 hits this night. This is their highest single-game hits total of the season. Anthony Ward drives in Daniel Enciso in the Yardbirds' 3-run 8 as High Desert pads its lead before Monterey scores 4 in the top of the 9th. This night's victory is High Desert's 3rd straight, after suffering a 3-game skid at Bakersfield before getting back on the winning track with the Sunday win against the Train Robbers. Anthony Ward has been hitting consistently the 2nd week of the season. This RBI, his 5th of the year. Kyle Hodson strikes out 6 in 6 innings after coming in to start the 2nd. A night of milestones for the 23-year-old southpaw from Berkeley, Massachusetts. His first Pecos League win. He pitched collegiately at Framingham State and last year for the Wisconsin Rafters. Added milestone, Kyle Hodson comes through with 2 base hits, his first for the Yardbirds. The Yardbirds' Wednesday night win at Wasco gives them a 4-game winning streak and their 10th triumph in 14 games.
Bid fast and last. Sold on supporting High Desert sports. Bid fast and last. Liquidation of government entities, vehicles, firearms, estates, antiques, fine jewelry, coins, and more. Bid online at bidfastandlast.com.
Ready to kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Drive.
Bid fast and last. World-class auctioneers, family-owned and operated liquidation experts.
Midway Home Solutions in Victorville, providing highest quality home appliances at discount prices for 6 decades. Valu Quality Truck Body, family owned and operated since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Desert High Transportation. Reliable and dependable non-emergency transportation for ambulatory and wheelchair passengers. Iwanzak Law Firm. Trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting high desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. Daniel Enciso continues his Pecos League Player of the Week worthy heroics, slugging this first inning 3-run home run, lifting High Desert past Bakersfield in a Yardbirds 16-6 rout of the rival train robbers. Let's meet the 22-year-old from Texas, who 2 days earlier became the first Yardbird in franchise history to hit home runs in consecutive at-bats.
Hi, my name is Daniel Enciso. I'm from Harlingen, Texas. I came from Our Lady of the Lake University, and I play right field and catcher.
All right. Wait, do you have a preference, one over the other?
Honestly, I love right field right now. It's been treating me good, but I love to catch too. So wherever the coach or the head honcho puts me, I'll play it.
Are you a streak hitter, Daniel?
I don't think I am. I feel like I'm a very consistent hitter overall, but I just love this field.
Catcher Danny Kerr is having an outstanding week. 2 hits, 4 RBIs in this round of Bakersfield. He drives in Daniel Gardner here. Danny Kerr had a 5-hit game 2 days earlier. The 23-year-old from Michigan raising his batting average to .438. When Danny Kerr is catching, it gives High Desert 5 killer D's. Going at the opposition, Danny Kerr, Derek Reddy, Dylan Farr, and the Daniels, Enciso, and Gardner. Daniel Gardner's consistent run production finds him moving up to 3rd in the batting order this night. 2 more runs driven in for the 23-year-old left fielder from San Diego, who hits behind leadoff hitter Derek Reddy and 2-hole hitter Dylan Farr. The Yardbirds return to their highest-powered offensive ways upon returning home. Daniel Enciso drives in a pair of first-inning runs on the way to High Desert's 12-1 thumping of Tucson. Slayton Vaughn, then Hector Morales crossing the plate. Daniel Enciso, 13 runs driven in this week alone, entering Father's Day weekend. 17 RBIs on the year for the team RBI leader, who has raised his batting average to .349.
Batting 7th, third baseman, number 52, Bradley Harmon.
Bradley Harmon registers his 3rd straight multiple-hit game. 3 hits against Segura's pitching this night, raising his batting average over the 300 mark, .308. Bradley Harmon, the only 2019 Yardbird who was on this team a year ago. These action highlights and soundbites presented by Bid Fast and Last, world-class auctioneers, sold on supporting the High Desert Yardbirds. The Yardbirds complete the first 4 weeks of the season, riding a 12-game winning streak, running the record to 18-4 by annihilating the Whiptails 25-8 in Cal City. The Yardbirds launched their highest-scoring first inning of the season in the rout, 10 first-inning runs. Daniel Gardner hits one of 4 Yardbirds homers in that game and mentions factors that have kept this team playing so very well.
Yeah, definitely. We've been playing great ball. We've been pitching well. The star's been dominant. Bullpen's been outstanding. Playing some good D, and we've been hitting the ball well. So it makes for a fun time playing.
Daniel Gardner, 6 RBIs in the latest romp at Cal City, and the team hits better at home.
Oh, it's a hitter's paradise. We've got the wind blowing out. We got the crowd in the stands cheering us on. We love this atmosphere. We love playing here, and it's just great to be home.
Consecutive win number 13 comes at home in a low-scoring contest against Bakersfield. The newest Yardbird, Tommy Anderson, his Adelanto Stadium debut. Tommy Anderson's bases-loaded walk brings in the first and only run High Desert would need to beat the train robbers, How did the former Oak Hills All-CIF infielder wind up in Adelanto?
I've been trying to play baseball as long as I can. I was in Kentucky playing in the Frontier League with Florence Freedom. Really wasn't playing, so he wanted me to get some work and came back home to the Yardbirds and hoping to get signed back there at the end of the year. So after Oak Hills, I went to Doane University in Nebraska. Actually went there for a year, hit 380. Came back to junior college in Santa Ana. Was hoping to go to Long Beach State, had a bad year, so I went back to my college in Nebraska. Ended up finishing my college career there, hitting 390 average combined, and then went to Schaumburg Boomers in Illinois, tried out there, and then got released. And then I spent the year training and got signed to Florence in Kentucky.
High Desert wins their 13th straight upon returning home. This spectacular start, 19 wins in 23 games, has observers stating, "This is the best Yardbirds team yet." I concur, and a very large part is due to the field general who put this team together. Let's meet the 29-year-old Yardbirds skipper.
Hi, my name is Sean McNeil, and I'm the field manager of the High Desert Yardbirds.
Sean, what are some of the traits and characteristics you have looked for and succeeded in finding in the 2019 Yardbirds?
I would say obviously guys with talent, but their personality definitely is an important thing to me, at least, because I want everybody to get along, I want them to mesh, and I think team chemistry is a big thing for a team to win. If you have guys that are negative constantly, it will probably just carry over into the game, while you have guys that are easygoing, positive, that'll roll over into the game as well. Yes, I let them completely have free will. I know our season's short, so we only have 64 games. I have about a week to make decisions on guys if I want to keep them or not. So I think baseball IQ is a big thing, but I also let them, like I said, I let them do what they want, because how I see it is this is their career. If I'm kind of more relaxed, or I don't like to do certain things. I don't like to steal as much. So if I give signs, I'm hurting Derek, or I'm hurting Dylan.
This double steal, Anthony Ward leaving early, Aiden Brook beating the throw to the plate, the second run in what becomes this 3-0 victory. Team speed plus intelligent base running, reliable formula for success. For sure, Yardbirds players appreciate the confidence their skipper has in them. The player of the game in High Desert's 3-0 win over Bakersfield, pitcher Kyle Hodson, who shuts out the train robbers over 8 innings, running his record to 3-0. Best way a Yardbirds pitcher can endear himself to home field fans? Strike out the beer batter. And Kyle Hodson does just that, closing out his first inning of work, one of 8 Ks this night for the just-turned 22-year-old from Berkeley, the one in Massachusetts. Bid fast and last. Sold on supporting High Desert sports. Bid fast and last. Liquidation of government entities, vehicles, firearms, estates, antiques, fine jewelry, coins, and more. Bid online at bidfastandlast.com.
Ready to kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Drive. Bid fast and last. World-class auctioneers, family-owned and operated liquidation experts. Midway Home Solutions in Victorville, providing highest quality home appliances at discount prices for 6 decades. Valu Quality Truck Body, family owned and operated since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Desert High Transportation, reliable and dependable non-emergency transportation for ambulatory and wheelchair passengers. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting high desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. High school football programs do not have travel ball opportunities for their players in the off-season, but year-round conditioning and workouts are just as great a requirement for teams to remain or become competitive. And the answer is passing leagues. Apple Valley High School hosted this 5-team tournament at no cost to competing schools.
Coach, what's going on here today?
We just had a free 7-on-7 tournament and lineman competition here at Apple Valley High School. We had freshmen come out, we had the varsity teams come out, and had about 5 schools here, and just worked on the passing game part of it, routes and defensive coverage. And then while the linemen lift some weights and did some one-on-one comps, and it's just a great summer workout, really.
Hesperia is under second-year Scorpions head coach Casey Goodnow.
And it's definitely not Friday nights, 11-on-11, but to be able to have kids compete against each other, linemen have competition, build some camaraderie with the other linemen around, and competition with all the teams 7-on-7. It's always good. Get these guys out and compete because they do a lot of hard work throughout the week.
Hesperia, Sultana under new head coach Joe Scherf. Quartz Hill, Lancaster, and Carter out of Riverside joined Apple Valley to compete in 7-on-7 for skill position players, while linemen competed in the weight room doing bench, farmer's walk, tug of war, tire flips, and offensive lineman versus defensive lineman pass blocking. Apple Valley hosts 3 more passing league competitions in July, including July 16th with Granite Hills, Silverado, Victor Valley, and Burroughs attending. This online sports report presented by Valu Quality Truck Bodies. Family owned and operated since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Valu Quality Truck Bodies, supporting teams, schools, and athletes throughout the Victor Valley. Wheel to Wheels Teenage Racing Queen Stevie Rogers goes for another restrictor plate main event victory on the 4th of July's Firecracker Derby. The Apple Valley 15-year-old has won 5 of 6 restrictor plate mains this season and holds a 10-point lead in season championship points. She has been racing for 10 years. How did Stevie Rogers get started racing?
Well, I started racing when I was 4 and a half. I started racing at quarter midgets at the Orange Show, and I had a lot of fun. I won a couple championships, and it was just a lot of fun.
Any significance to the number 3A?
Well, my dad has always been like 3, and then it's like just run through the family, and I got to get it.
Does she feel she has a target on her back that the boys might be trying to gang up on her as she dominates an event that had been won exclusively by boys in seasons past?
I don't know, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but I'm just glad that I have a good car, and I've learned throughout the years to go with it, and I've just learned, and I'm thankful that I have the setup that I have, and I'm so thankful to have the car that I have.
One of those boys in hot pursuit is 11-year-old Ricky Simpson, who is second in season championship points. What is Ricky Simpson working on most in efforts to overtake the front runner?
I would like to improve my line. We've added a couple parts onto my car, hoping that it would make it faster. I just can't seem to beat them. I'm having a hard time. I'm hoping that I'll be able to beat them soon.
How does the restrictor plate rookie compare it to racing intermediates?
Well, of course it's faster. I would say the lines that you try driving to pass people are harder because in these cars you slide up a lot. Of course it's way harder to do stuff. The nice thing about it is that there's less people in it.
Cash Culp has an excellent night at this June 22nd event, the 6th in the championship series. He continues to dominate in KT100 juniors and will remain in second in season points among all KT100 dirt kart racers. The 10-year-old out of Nueva races in 3 wheel-to-wheel classes. Cash's mom, Heidi Jo Erickson Culp, Lavender 77, is dirt kart senior season points leader, 1 point up on Blaine Kuhn in yellow 23. Here is the first intermediates heat race of this June 22nd event. 7, Blake Edsel. Z8, Zate Legend. Dark 2, Sean Rogers. 54 is Junior Podsade. Cash Culp in his green Money Machine. Blue 8, Ryan Shank the second. 51, Mia Farrell. Sean Rogers overtakes Zate Legend and races to the first checkered of the day. 12-year-old Sean Rogers, nicknamed Gorilla, the younger brother of Stevie Rogers, was last year's Rookie of the Year in Intermediates. He will finish second in this night's Intermediates main. Second heat race of the day, 99 Dylan Agri. Bright Yellow 18 is Casper Wright. 58, Jake Adams. Silver Blue 28, Stevie Simpson. 1, the Bandit, Braden Miller-Bushy. 23, Jaden Manchester. Tight 5 through the first 3 laps before the Bandit pulls away and wins the heat. An excellent tune-up for him climbing the podium by night's end. He will finish third in the Intermediates main. This is the Intermediates main. Cash Culp, front row inside lane. 7-year-old rookie Dylan Agri, 99. 28, Stevie Simpson, he just turned 10. Orange and black Z8, Zate Legend. Jaden Manchester and Stevie Simpson get tangled up coming out of turn 3. Cash Culp cashes in at the start and will cash out, leading from start to finish. He leads in season points in Intermediates. The youngest wheel-to-wheel racers are Junior Intermediates. Jackson Sowers takes the checkered in this night's Junior Intermediates main. Boo Lee outlasts Norma Weatherby in the KT100 main. The Placentia, California veteran is in third in KT100 season points, 5 behind spunky frontrunner Norma Weatherby, and 3 in back of upstart Cash Culp. Chris Southern marks his return to wheel by taking the checkered in the Dirt Carts Seniors main. John Aiden will start from the middle of the pack in the Pro 500 main and overtake John Alonzo for the lead midway through this June 22nd main event. John Alonzo will hit rough sledding and not finish. Bobby Taylor, 766, Jacob Rogers, 3, and Justin Adams, 59, stage a raging battle to make the podium. Jacob Rogers edging out Justin Adams at the finish line to finish second. Jacob Rogers, 29-year-old, also has patriarch Steve Rogers as his crew chief. Jacob Rogers climbs into fourth in season points with 27. John Aiden's checkered gives him 47 season points, 15 up on Bobby Taylor, 19 up on John Alonzo. Wheel to Wheels Firecracker Derby has racing begin at 5. On the 4th of July, we take you back to previous Firecracker Derbies. On this Community Table Restaurant Throwback Thursday, Video Sports Flashback. Wheel-to-wheel race fans gasp and hold their breath as trackmaster John Aiden goes airborne in the Pro 500 main at the Firecracker Derby. 11 racers are lined up for the main event. Pro 500 season points leader John Alonzo, 99, in the pole position. The Firecracker Derby Pro 500 main gets off to a startling start when veteran Brian Struder goes airborne 1 lap in. Like John Aiden, Brian Struder is stirred but not badly shaken, escaping uninjured. As this restart shows, John Aiden readily and immediately sets his white number 7 apart from the rest of the field. It will be Eric Englert, second, Kim Sullivan, third. For John Aiden, a second consecutive victory in the Speedway Sprints Pro 500 main, barreling him into the lead in season points at the midway mark of the season. These Video Sports action highlights and soundbites presented by the Community Table Restaurant located in the Holiday Inn in Victorville. Every Thursday, it's all-you-can-eat popcorn shrimp for just $9.95 at the Community Table Restaurant. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Drive. Bid fast and last, world-class auctioneers, family-owned and operated liquidation experts. Midway Home Solutions in Victorville, providing highest quality home appliances at discount prices for 6 decades. Valu Quality Truck Body, family-owned and operated since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Desert High Transportation. Reliable and dependable non-emergency transportation for ambulatory and wheelchair passengers. High Desert Sports Training, providing proven training concepts. Call to schedule a free evaluation. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting High Desert teams, athletes, and sports programs.